If you can spell, you are a champion. Come out and spell for us. If you can spell, you are a champion. Come out and spell for us.
Can you spell bag?
B-A-G bag.
Spell fruit.
F-O-O-D.
Apple.
A-P-P-L-E.
Spell goat.
G-O-A-T.
Spell plate.
P-L-A-T-E.
Spoon.
S-P-O-O-N.
Spell hen.
H-E-N. Hen.
Table.
T-A-B-L-E.
Can you spell lion?
L-I-O-N.
Spell chair.
C-H-A-I-R.
Pencil.
P-E-N-C-I-L. Pencil. Education is good. Don't play with it. It is the key to your success. If you can spell, you are a champion. Come out and spell for us. If you can spell, you are a champion. Come out and spell for us. Education is good. Don't play with it. It is the key to your success. Education is good. Don't play with it. It is the key to your success. If you can spell, you are a champion. Come out and spell.
Welcome back to Melody Kids on Melody FM with Ademide. Hope you enjoyed the music. On the show today, we'll be having 4 segments. The storyline segment, where we'll be telling you stories. And the title of the story is The Farmer and the Well. The second segment is the Fun Fact segment. The third segment is the Kids Say segment. And the last segment is the Poem segment. And I am sure you're going to enjoy today's package because it is well packaged for you. And let's go and listen to today's package. I'll be right back. Just sit and relax because there is a lot of things to gain from today's package. Thank you. I'll be right back.
Cap, let's do that favorite Halloween song of yours.
I was counting on my castle late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight.
What was
For
it?
my monster friend began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash. It was an instant smash.
Go back.
Let's throw a monster bash and do the monster mash. The mummies popped through the dungeon door and did the mash right across the floor.
Wow.
The spiders popped from their dusty shells to boogie down with their creepy shells. They did the monster mash. It was an instant smash. Let's throw a monster mash
I'm in.
and do the monster mash. 1, 2, 3 zombies were having fun. 4, 5, 6 goblins were on the run. Then in came Harry and Jack and Moore. The party had just begun. Yes, it's the monster mash. It was an instant smash. Let's throw a monster mash and do the monster mash. The joint was jamming, all were digging the sound. Harry on chains with his howling hound.
That's me.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, who should drop by? That rockin' trio, 2 ghouls and a guy.
They did the mash.
They did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was an instant
They
smash.
did the mash.
Let's throw a monster mash.
And do the mash.
Yes, and do the monster mash.
Wow.
The monster mash.
Wow.
It was an instant smash.
Wow.
Oh, let's throw a monster mash.
Wow.
And do the
Oh
monster
yeah.
mash.
Wow.
Yes, and do the monster mash.
Wow.
Storyland, Storyland, it's story time.
The title of my story is The Farmer and the Well. A farmer looking for a source of water for his farm bought a well from his neighbor. The neighbor was cunning though and refused to let the farmer take water from the well. On asking why, he replied, "I sold the well to you, not the water," and walked away. The distraught farmer didn't know what to do, so he went to a clever man for a solution. The clever man called the farmer and his neighbor and asked why the man was not letting the farmer draw water from the well. The cunning man said the same thing again. "I sold the well, not the water." To this, the clever man replied, "All that sounds fine to me. But if you have sold the well and the water is yours, then you have no business keeping your water in his well. Remove the water or use it all up immediately. If not, the water will belong to the owner of the well." Realizing that he has been tricked and taught his lesson, the man apologized and left. The moral of the story is that cheating will not get you anything. If you do cheat, you pay for it soon enough. Hello kids, my name is Tyro Pleasant. Today on the Kids Say segment, we'll be talking about cheating. Cheating is when a person misleads, deceives, or acts dishonestly on purpose. It can also mean going against accepted standards or rules. It is seen as cheating when you copy someone or sneak in answers during a test or exam. Pretend that something is yours when it isn't. Break the rules of a game or competition, and when you copy someone's assignment. Some children may cheat because they want to get good grades but don't want to spend time studying. Some may also feel they won't pass their exams if they don't cheat. When you cheat, you're being unfair to others, although it can be tempting to cheat because it makes difficult things seem easy. But cheating makes you lazy and unintelligent. If you cheat, people will lose respect for you and think less of you. You too may feel guilty, embarrassed and ashamed if you cheat, because you won't have good grades and you will be in so much trouble if you get caught. If you feel fine or don't get caught, that doesn't mean it's okay to cheat. So kids, try as much as possible not to cheat others. If you see someone cheating or if someone asks to copy your work, you can report to your teacher. Also, if you have problems studying, tell your parents or teachers so that they can find better solution than cheating.
My name is Damilola Shukoya. Cheating means acting dishonestly in order to gain an advantage over someone. It is not good to cheat because the person might end up feeling bad and unhappy. My name is Junai Khalid. Cheating means to break rules or behave unruly. It is not good to cheat because people will not feel happy.
My name is Shetu Afiat. Cheating means to deceive or trick someone so that they do not get or keep something they have right to. It is not good to cheat because people with cheat are always sad and depressed. My name is Junaid Sultan. Cheating means to get an advantage, especially in a competition, game, or examination. It is not good to cheat because the person cheated will be unhappy.
If you want to have fun and be educated, then stay glued to your radio every Saturday.
Hello kids, my name is Tofumi Ebenezer and this is the Fun Fact segment. Did you know that 11% of people are left-handed? Did you know that unless food is mixed with saliva, you can't taste it? Did you know that frogs can swallow with their eyes open? Did you know that
average human brain contains around 78% water. Did you know that August has the highest percentage of births?
Hello kids, my name is Emmanuel Dodgy. I am here to tell you some riddles and jokes. What is easy to get into but hard to get out of? The answer is trouble. What needs an answer but doesn't ask a question? The answer is a telephone. If you multiply me by any other number, the answer will always remain the same. What number am I? Really? You don't know? The answer is 0. When you look for something, why is it always in the last place you look? Because when you find it, you stop looking. I have 4 legs but no tail. Usually, you can only hear me at night. What am I? The answer is a frog. I can jump and I can climb with my many legs. I swing from tree to tree. I can build a house much bigger than me. What am I? The answer is a spider.
There was a farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name. Oh, B-I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh.
Hello, my name is Ademide. The title of my poem is Whispers. Little boy kneels at the foot of the bed, droops on the little hen's little gold head. Hush, hush, whispers with ears. Christopher Robin is saying his prayers. God bless mommy, I know that's right. Wasn't it fun in the bath tonight?
My name is Modukwe. The title of my poem is Mary had a pretty bed. Mary had a pretty bed. Feathers bright and yellow. Slender legs upon my word. He was a pretty fellow. The sweetest note he always sang, which so delighted Mary. Near the cave she always sit to hear her own canary.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. Why, when he was a young warthog. When I was a young warthog. Very nice. Thanks. He found his aroma like a certain appeal. He could clear the savannah after every meal. I'm a sensitive soul, though I seem thick-skinned. And it hurt that my friends never stood downwind. And oh, the shame! He was ashamed. But it changed my name. Oh, once in a name. And I got downhearted. How did you feel? Every time that I... Pumper, not in front of the kids. Oh, sorry. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze.
It means no worries for the rest of your days.
Yes, sing it, kid. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
Welcome back to Melody Kids on Melody FM with Ademide. I hope you enjoyed today's package. I am very, very sure you have learnt one or two from today's package. And before we break down today's word of advice, I would let us listen to Uncle Adura. Uncle Adura is in the building and is here to teach us, to educate us more on some things today. So we'll be having Uncle Adura now. So he would be telling us what he has for us today. Welcome, Uncle Adura.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, Melody Kids, and welcome to the Speak Right segment once again with Uncle Adura. Yeah, like I said last week, we're going to be looking at something different today. And what we're going to be looking at today are feminine names. We're going to be looking at feminine names. We're going to be looking at feminine names today. Now, if you're a girl, if you're a lady, if you're a woman, and you have any of those names, so you should know that this is the right pronunciation for your names and not the other way around. Okay, the first name I'm having this morning is Sharon. Sharon. And the name is pronounced as what? Sharon. It's pronounced as what? Sharon, and not Sharon. It's not Sharon. It is what? Sharon. It is what? Sharon. So those of you bearing Sharon, so when you hear people, or when people want to call you and they call you Sharon, tell them that your name is not Sharon, but what? Sharon. It is what? Sharon. Now the next name I have is Pricilla. Pricilla. And that name is pronounced as Priscilla. Priscilla. I am breaking it down so you get my pronunciation. It is pronounced as what? Priscilla. Priscilla. Can we all say Priscilla? Again, Priscilla and not Priscilla. The name is not Priscilla, but what? Priscilla. It is what? Priscilla. So remember that I gave the first name as what? Sharon. And the second name as what? Priscilla. Now we're going to the third name. And the third name is spelled as Precious. Precious. And that name is pronounced as what? Precious. Can we all say precious and not precious? It's not precious. It is what? Precious. Again, it is what? Precious. Everybody, precious. Now let's take the first three names again from the top. Now remember we said the first is what? Sharon. It is what? Sharon. While the next name is what? Priscilla. It is what? Priscilla. Now the next name was is what? Precious. It is what? Precious. Now let's go to the fourth name now. It is spelled as Sandra. Sandra. And the name is pronounced as what? Sandra. It is pronounced as what? Sandra. It's pronounced as what? Sandra. And not Sandra. It's not Sandra. It is Sandra. It is what? Sandra. Now the letter A in the name there is giving us a schwa sound. So we're pronouncing it as Sandra and not Sandra. It's not Sandra, but Sandra. So let's go to the next name now. I have it as Naomi. Naomi. And that name is what we pronounce as Naomi. Not name, people pronounce it as Naomi, but the name is not Naomi, but Naomi. Can we all say Naomi? Everybody, Naomi. So don't allow people pronounce that name for you as Naomi. It is not Naomi. It is Naomi. It is what? Naomi. So now let's take our first 5 names again from the top. Our first 5 names from the top. Now remember we said the first is what? Sharon. The first is what? Sharon. The next is what? Priscilla. It is what? Priscilla. The next is what? Precious. It is what? Precious. The next is what? Sandra. It is what? Sandra. The next is what? Naomi. It is what? Naomi. Now we're going to the next one. The next is spelled as Mary. Mary. And Mary is pronounced as what? Mary. It is pronounced as what? Mary. It is pronounced as what? Mary. Again, Mary. Again, Mary. So we know the song Mary has a little lamb. So that name is not like mispronounced. So you get, but we're just bringing it to it because it's an English name. So it's what? Mary. Now go to the next name. It is spelled as Esther. Esther. And that name is pronounced as what? Esther. It's pronounced as what? Esther. It's pronounced as what? Esther. Again, Esther. and not Esther. It is not Esther. The TH there is giving you the sound the. So you have it as Esther. You have it as what? Esther and not Esther. Now the next name we're looking at is Elizabeth. Elizabeth. Sir, the way I'm spelling, I'm actually spelling in syllables. That's why you see me break my words and spellings. I'll go it again. Elizabeth. And the name is pronounced as what? Elizabeth. It's pronounced as what? Elizabeth, not Eli. The letter I that's giving us the sound A, so we'll pronounce it as what? Elizabeth. It is pronounced as what? Elizabeth. And the TH there is also giving us the silent sound. So we don't say Elizabeth, but what? Elizabeth. We say what? Elizabeth. Now let's go to the next name. The next name is spelled as Love. Love. And that name is pronounced as love. Can we all say love? Not love. We don't say love. It is what? Love. It is what? Love. Again. Love. Again. Love. Now the last name before we take everything from the top. Now the last name we have is Judith. Judith. And that name is pronounced as what? Judith. It's pronounced as what? Judith. It's pronounced as what? Judith. It's pronounced as what? Judith. Now, I'll take the names again from the top. Now, I'll spell and I'll pronounce again. Now, the first name we said is Sharon. I will say the name is pronounced as what? Sharon. It's pronounced as what? Sharon. Now, the next name we're looking at is Pricilla. And the name is giving us what? Priscilla. We'll pronounce it as what? Priscilla and not Priscilla. Not Priscilla. It's Priscilla. Now the next name we're looking at is Precious. Precious. And the name is pronounced as what? Precious. It's pronounced as what? Precious. So you don't open all your mouth and say precious. It's not precious. It is precious. It is what? Precious. Now the next name we have is Sandra. Sandra. And the name is pronounced as what? Sandra. It's pronounced as what? Sandra. Now the next name we're looking at is Naomi. 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 And the name is giving us what? Naomi. It is giving us what? Naomi. Now the next name we have is Mary. Mary. And the name is giving us what? Mary. It's giving us what? Mary. The next name we have is Esther. Esther. And the name is giving us what? Esther. It's giving us what? Esther. Now the next name we are looking at is Elizabeth. Elizabeth. And the name is giving us what? Elizabeth. 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 Now the next name we're looking at is Love. Love. I would say it's pronounced as what? Love and not love. We say it's pronounced as what? Love and not love. Now the last name we're looking at is Judith. Judith. I would say the name is what? Judith. The name is pronounced as what? Judith. Now these are the feminine English names that we'll be looking at today. Next week we'll be looking at the masculine English names. Now there's something you're going to do for me. Quickly rush down to our Facebook page at Melody 100.7 FM and search for Melody Kids. Now if you have any English name and you cannot pronounce that name, just type it down for me and I will see it. Then when I come next week, we'll add it up to that of the masculine names. Is that okay? Thank you very much. I want you to put this name to practice. Always have them at the back of your hand. Don't use them to eat. Don't forget how to pronounce them. Okay? So we'll meet again next week, Saturday. I remain your one and only speech master, Kainkwe Adragwim Samuel of the Speak Right segment. Thank you and bye for now.
Thank you very much, Uncle Adura. And I hope Melody Kids were able to learn one or two from the Speak Right segment. And back to today's word of advice. The main word for today was cheating. If you listen attentively to today's package, so the main word there was cheating. Cheating is like trying to win a race by jumping ahead. It's not fair to others, and you do not really learn anything. Always be honest even when it's hard. Cheating makes you lazy and unintelligent. We'll be looking at how to avoid cheating as a student. As a student in school, cheating is a very bad behavior. It's a bad behavior you must not do. Because when you are caught cheating, you will not like the consequences. The first thing is study well. As a student, in order for you to avoid cheating, you need to study well. Make sure you go through your book. After being taught, when you get home, make sure you check your book, go through it, and when you do not understand, you ask people around. You can ask your mom, you can ask your dad, your brothers, your sisters, or you can go back to school the next day to ask your teacher, sir, I do not understand this. I've gone through it and I am having difficulties in this particular area. They are going to go back and teach you well. That is why they are your teacher. They would go back and make sure you understand it. 2 is manage your time. As a student, it is not always easy. You need to manage your time. When I mean manage your time, there's a particular time you play, there's a particular time you eat, there's a particular time you need to go through your book, and there's a particular time you sleep. It's not immediately you get back home, you sleep and eat, and you don't remember to open your book. If you are that type of student, let me be frank with you, you would cheat in the exam because you don't have anything to put down during the exam period. As a student, you need to manage your time. Set a particular time for reading, set a particular time for eating, set a particular time for sleeping, and set a particular time that you need to help your parents at home. The third point is attend classes and take notes. Attend classes and take notes. As a student who does not want to cheat in exam, or you need to attend class and take notes. Always write notes in class. I am sure some of your friends might be like, no, now, Shebi, we know it now. We know it. You need to write notes, because if you don't have a note, what are you going to read for your exam? As a student, you need to have notes that you read and attend classes. Have attendance in class. You need to attend classes. The next point is do your assignment. There are some students that they will give them assignments to their house and they will forget. They will forget they are giving assignment. How are you a student and you forget you are giving assignment? When you get home, the first thing you do when you get home is to do your assignment as a student. Make sure your mom or your dad assists you with your assignment. You need to do your assignment very well. The next point is ask for help. Ask for help whenever you are stuck with a particular assignment or with a particular reading that you don't understand. You need to ask for help. Ask for help from your parents. They are there to help you. They are your parents. Ask for help from your guidance. They are there to guide you and to let you understand what you don't know, because they know it as your parents, I'm sure. And then the next thing is prepare for exam. Prepare for exam. As a student, you need to prepare well for your exam. You need to prepare well for your exam. You need to set a particular time frame for you to read. You don't just read 30 minutes to your exam and feel like you are going to pass the exam. You're reading like a note that was taught in a term in like 30 minutes to exam, and you feel like you are going to pass the exam. It's not done that way. You need to start reading gradually, because there are some people that don't like piled up notes. There are some people that don't like piled up work. You need to start reading it little by little. You need to start reading it so that by the time it gets to the exam period, you will not be choked up with the book. You will tend to understand well and know what what step to take during the exam period. The next point is avoid temptation. Avoid temptation. As a student, you might have a particular friend that would be telling you that no, you don't need to read now. I will carry a expo now. We'll cheat during the exam, or we'll ask this person. She knows it. She's going to tell us. Avoid temptation. Those type of friends are not your friend. You need to run away from them. When I mean run away, you need to run away. Carry your 2 legs and run away from them. Avoid temptation. As a good trained up child, you need to avoid temptation. You are not supposed to be caught cheating. If you are being caught cheating, do you think your parents will be proud of you? No, they will not be proud of you. So you need to avoid temptation by all means. Run away from friends that would not allow you to read. Run away from friends that would tell you that reading is not supposed to be done. You need to read as a student so you can pass your exam. The next and the last point for how to avoid cheating as a student is believing in yourself. As a student, you need to have a strong belief in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself that you can pass this particular exam, my dear, you would fail, because you have to believe. You have to have this word of affirmation. They're supposed to be like, okay, I am going to pass this particular exam. I am sure I would do it, and I'm sure I would get it. You need to believe in yourself and have this strong feeling that you will pass your exam, even no matter how the exam is hard or being tough. When you believe in yourself that no, I will do this thing and I am going to get it right, you will do it. Trust me, when you believe in yourself. And the next thing is, we'll be talking about the consequences of being caught cheating. The consequences of being caught cheating. 1, academic penalties. Academic penalties. When you are caught being cheating, trust me, that particular course or that particular subject, you would fail it. They would not pass. You will not pass. They will not pass you. You will not get a good grade in it. You're going to have academic penalty. They would fail you. And the next point is suspension. They would give you a temporary removal from school. How do you feel when you have been suspended in school for weeks and you are coming back after like 2 weeks to join your classmates? Do you think they will be happy? Do you think they want to interact with you? Do you think they would want to associate themselves with you? No. They would want to avoid you because they'll be like, this person is going to teach me bad thing. No, I am not going close to this person. The next point is expulsion. Expulsion, that is temporary removal from school. Temporary removal from school, expulsion. That one, you are not even going back to that school. And how do you feel when you are changing school every time? This time you are going to this school, next time you are going to another school, next time you are going to another school. No, it's not done that way. You yourself, you will not even feel comfortable with it when you are changing school around, and people around knows that no, Omo, you won't cheat. This guy is cheating. That's why they are changing her from different school. As a student, you need to read if you don't want to be expelled. If you don't want to face expulsion in school, you need to read well. My next point is loss of reputation. Loss of reputation. If you are found cheating, you are going to damage your name. Trust me, they would always say your name every time that this person, you'll be a bad example to students. And I am sure you don't want to be a bad example to students. You want to be a good example to students. So in order to be a good example to students, you need to read so you would not lose your reputation. Because when your name is being damaged, trust me, to repair it back, it's not possible. It's very difficult to repair a damaged name. So in order to avoid your name being damaged, you need to read your book and run away from cheating. The next point is loss of trust. Trust me when I say loss of trust. When you are found being cheating, nobody would believe you. When you tell them this next time, they would not believe you. You have lost your trust from your teachers, from your classmates, from your family. Even your parents will not be proud of you. They would have difficulties in trusting you. Even when they tell them, this thing, they'll be like, I think so. I think he can do it. I think she can do it. In order to avoid loss of trust from your teacher, classmates, and parents, you need to avoid cheating. You need to avoid cheating. And do you know that if your parents does not trust you, they would not want to always pay. They will not be encouraged to pay your school fees. They will not be encouraged to buy new things for you. Do you want a situation whereby your parents are buying things for your siblings and they are not buying for you? In order to avoid that, you need to read your book and avoid cheating. Always read your book and avoid cheating. My next point is feeling guilt and shame. feeling guilt and shame. Trust me, when you are caught cheating, you would be ashamed of yourself. Even when you get to school, you would always be isolated. You would not even have the zeal to interact with your classmates. You would not have the zeal to interact with your teachers. You will even be shy to ask questions in class because you have it at the back of your mind that even when I ask questions, this teacher would still feel like I'm still going to cheat at the end of the day. So in order to avoid feeling guilt and ashamed, you need to read your book and avoid cheating. You need to read your book and avoid cheating. So I hope you enjoyed the first segment in today's package, and I am sure you were able to learn a lot in today's package. Yes, so the call line segment will be opened where you can call and reach out. So you tell us if you have ever cheated before, or you know someone who was caught in the act of cheating. Yes, or you know someone who was caught in the act of cheating, or you know the penalties that was given to the person during the period. So we'll be expecting your calls. The studio line to call is 070-252-01007. 070-252-01007. You can call to tell us your experience if you have ever cheated before. So as I was saying, please try as much as possible to avoid cheating. Try as much as possible to avoid cheating. I know it's not easy to read. But when you let your parents, when they give you some house choice and you let them understand that, mommy, I want to read. I am having exam, or I know that I am going to school tomorrow and I want to do well academically. You need to let them know to set a particular time for you to do your house choice, for you to help them at home, and a particular time for you to read. You have to go through your book every day. As a student, you have to go through your book every day. Revise your book. You need to revise your book. The studio line is still opened. You can reach us on 070-252-01007. 070-252-01007. As a student, do well to avoid temptation. When you have friends that are telling you that you need to cheat before you pass, run away from those type of friends. Yes, you need to run away from those type of friends because they would damage your academic performance. They will damage you academically. Friends that are telling you that you need to cheat before you can pass. People that pass don't have two heads. They only have one head. Yes, and they are doing it, and they are reading, and they are passing their exam. For you to do well, you need to avoid temptation. Avoid friends that are not encouraging. Avoid friends that would not encourage you to read. You need to have group of friends where you people can read together, discuss together, and let them know that, okay, you people have to have a particular goal or zeal that you people are working towards. Yes, you need to have friends that you have the same particular goals together. The studio line is still opened. 070-252-01007. 070-252-01007. So we'll go on a short break now. We'll be back.
Big way, oh yeah, carry big way. me your dancing step. Show me your dancing step. Oh, show me your dancing step. Bawara megu, Cynthia bawara megu. Ifeoma bawara megu. Bobo bawara megu. Bawara megu. Asingi bawara megu. Bawara megu. Yege bawara megu. Show me your dancing step. Oh, show me your dancing step. Show me your dancing step. Oh, show me your dancing step. Akwisi ni mabegwe, sanga batanu mabegwe. Uye, kayi begwe. Akwisi ni mabegwe, ito batanu mabegwe. Uye, kayi begwe. Akwisi ni mabegwe.
Welcome back to Melody Kids on Melody FM with Ademide. The studio line is still open and you can reach us on 070-2520-1007. 070-252-01007 or 070-5507-1007. 070-5507-1007. I'm expecting your call so you can tell me if you have ever cheated before or you know someone who was caught in the act.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. What's your name?
My name is Ademide.
Ademide, how old are you and what class are you?
I am 12 years old.
Okay, what class are you?
Yes, 3.
Okay, where are you calling us from?
I'm going for Ifeolu.
You're calling from?
Ifeolu.
Okay. Have you ever cheated before or you know someone who was caught in the act?
Ma?
Have you ever cheated before or you know someone who was caught in the act?
No.
Okay,
No, I've never.
Okay, you have never cheated before?
Yes.
And have you ever come across someone who was caught in the act of cheating?
Yes.
Really? Wow. So what was the experience like?
She was cheated.
She was caught cheating?
Yes.
So what was the punishment that was given to her?
Not eating for 2 days.
What did he say? Not eating for 2 days.
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's impressive. Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing your experience. Please do well to avoid cheating.
Yes.
Do well to avoid cheating and make sure you read your book.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. She said the person was not given food for 2 days. Wow, that's impressive. That's a good punishment for somebody being caught cheating. Yes, that is a good punishment for them. If you know you don't want your parents to not give you food for 2 days, please avoid cheating. Make sure you are not caught in the act of cheating. The studio line is still open. Yes, you can reach us at 070-2520-1007. 070-2520-1007 or 070-5507-1007. 070. Hello? That's the network. 070-5507-1007. Hello? Good morning. Hello, good morning. The network. 070-2520-1007. Hello?
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Yes, what's your name?
James.
What did he say?
James.
James.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your age and your class?
My age is 13 and I'm just
Okay, and where are you calling us from?
for money. Yeah.
Monia, okay. Have you ever cheated before, or you know someone who was caught in the act?
No.
You've cheated before?
No.
Okay, you know someone who was caught in the act?
Yes.
Okay, so what punishment was given to the person?
They beat me.
They beat the person.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much for sharing your experience with us. Please try as much as possible to avoid cheating.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, make sure you read for your exam well and avoid cheating.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, thank you very much for calling. I hope you're able to learn something. Did you hear what he said? He said the person was beaten. If you know you don't want your parents or your teachers to beat you when you are being called cheating, you need to read your book. Please. Hello?
Hello.
Good morning. What's your name? What do you say?
My name is Mercy.
Your name is Mercy. How old are you?
An adult.
What do you say?
I want my daughter to speak.
Oh, okay, you're helping your daughter to speak.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello? Mercy, can you hear me? Hello, Mercy. Can you hear me? Okay. Have you ever cheated before, or you know someone who was caught in the act?
I've not been cheated.
Okay, but do you know someone who was caught in the act of cheating?
Yes.
Okay, so what was the punishment given to the person?
Because. Hello? Hello, are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Frog jump.
Frog jump. Okay, that's impressive. Thank you very much for calling. Please try as much as possible to avoid cheating. Please make sure you read your book to avoid cheating. If you know you don't want to be given frog jump is a punishment. It is to pay. No, please try as much as possible to avoid it, because all your legs will be aching you after doing frog jump. Please try as much as possible to avoid frog jump. Try as much as possible to avoid cheating. If you know you don't want to do frog jump, if you know you don't want them to beat you, if you know you don't want your parents to deny you of food, please try as much as possible to avoid cheating. I actually wish we can still receive more calls, but the time is not on our side today. And I hope you enjoyed the 4 segments in today's package. And I am sure you were able to learn a lot today. And I'm sure you were able to learn something too in the Speak It Right segment. So I'll see you guys next week, same time, same station. Thank you. And before we go, we need to appreciate the entire team for a work well done. A big shout out to the studio manager in person of Adenike Adesoye. Thank you to the streaming manager in person of Mobola. And thank you to the engineering unit, Moses and Samson. Thank you to the general manager in person of Eniola Afolabi. Thank you to the producer and director of program in person of Pretty the Finest Adegoke. I remain your humble host, Ademide Tomiwa Olanrewaju Ademide. Bye for now. See you next week. Bye.